And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. They are running scared of Eddie Butler. And I want to know why. I don't want to be in a party... How can I put it? Over the last 3 years, I've probably had every newspaper in the country. I've had the police. I've had all sorts of organisations looking into my background to try and find skeletons because of all the damage I've done. I've brought down, personally, ended the careers of at least 12 members of Parliament. Also, I've ended the career of the Deputy Mayor of London, Ian Clement, and I'm now working on a few more people. And I don't want to be in a party that one day I'm going to get a phone call from Andrew Gilligan at the Daily Telegraph or Michael White of the Guardian saying, "Oh, Mr Barnbrook, Mr Sleazebuster, you're very, very good about bringing down members of Parliament. What are you doing about all these allegations going on in the British National Party about financial irregularity?" Well, what I'm doing, I'm signing Eddie Butler's nomination form in the hope that there will be an election and the reputation of Nick Griffin and the reputation of Eddie Butler will be saved. Because if we don't have that election, it's really going to go... We all know what's going to happen. So I don't want to be involved with all that. I'm not going to have my good reputation ruined. And what they did yesterday, by putting up 2 spoiler candidates, by sending out that monstrosity of a ballot paper, I thought, I've had enough of this. I'm no longer going to sit on the fence. And so I phoned Eddie Butler this morning. I said, when you put your next blog out, you put there that Mick Barnbrook is absolutely appalled at the way that this leadership challenge is being run, and that I am going to support you in any way you like, and my wife doesn't know this yet, will travel the country with you, and I will speak to meetings, and I will say to everybody, whether you support Eddie Butler or whether you support Nick Griffin, you must. This party is bigger than individuals. This party is bigger than individuals. This is my party. I've given up 3 years of my life. I go out and tell people I'm a member of the British National Party. I've put up, like you all have, with all the slurs, the nasty comments, because people believe what they read in the newspapers. And I know that's not true, because I know the vast majority of people in this party are good, decent, honest people. And we're the only ones who are going to save this country. So hopefully, at the end of all this, people that we haven't got on with during the leadership campaign, we'll all get back together and we'll do what we're trying to do, save the party. Thank you very much for listening to that.
Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, fellow patriots, through you, to thank Mick Barnbrook for that really great speech. A speech from a man who has destroyed, who has exposed and destroyed 12 corrupt MPs in the House of Westminster, who in addition has exposed and got rid of the former Deputy Mayor of London. Well, what a man to have amongst our ranks. What a man to have in our party. Sorry?
I do apologise, Richard.
Yes, sir.
The most important thing I meant to mention, and I didn't mention it, what I've done over the past 3 years has not been egotistical. It's not been done for my own benefit. I've spent many thousands of hours writing letters, providing evidence, doing all sorts of things to expose corruption. And I did it for the British National Party. I wanted it to be out there in the public domain. Now, we all know that the press, that all the editors know who's responsible. They all know it's me. But they're never ever going to print it in a million years. Because what would it do if Joe Blogg in Barking and Dagenham suddenly found out it was a BMP that brought down his MPs? They'd all be putting a cross on our boxes, wouldn't they? So you have to ask yourself, why, in the 3 years that I've been in this party, has the leadership of this party never ever mentioned who started it all off in any television interview or any radio interview. You would have thought they'd be singing from the rooftops, wouldn't you? And it probably cost Simon Darby his European seat. And that's something I can't get an answer. I phoned Nick up 3 weeks before the European elections. I said, Nick, you're going in front of the nation. You must mention it was the British National Party that started off the parliamentary expenses scandal. It will get us thousands of votes. He said, it's too late. It's the television thing's already been done. I said, but you don't have to mention me. You don't have to name me. You don't have to film me. Just get Paul Golding to film you for a minute and put it on the front or the end of your election broadcast. You will be telling the population out there that it was the BNP that did all this. Never happens. And I asked myself, why did I waste my time? Because we've gained nothing from it. The British National Party, I think it's generally cost us thousands of votes in the European elections, the general election and the local elections. Oh, they gave me 20 seconds at the end of this year's broadcast. And all I said, my name's Michael Barnbrook, I'm the person that exposed the MPs. Well, thank you for that. Sorry,
not at all, Michael, not at all.
Sorry to get back up. As I said earlier on, I put a report up on Eddie's blog today saying that I was so appalled at what was happening with these other candidates and the state of that ballot paper. And I put a report up. I think it went on there about, I don't know, 11 to 12 o'clock. And I'm not going to mention the name again, but this is a text. It was one of 2 texts I received from a senior official in the British National Party. Hang on, I nearly deleted it. You're so bloated with your own self-importance, your new message on Butler's blog is disgraceful. No one has anything to hide. You have been suckered like a fool by a con man, and soon you will realise it and regret it. So you go and rub shoulders with con men, Nazis, Holocaust deniers and thieves. You said to me, you're naive. You have proved you're unbelievably gullible. Disgrace. I thought an ex-policeman would see through accusations without proof. That's the type of text I've been receiving. And anyone can have a look at that afterwards if they want to. That's from a senior BNP official at 1 o'clock today.
Fellow members.